Situational exposure is a principle of empirically supported treatments for all anxiety-based problems, including panic disorder. It involves having the client break the cycle of fear and avoidance by engaging them in feared activities, often gradually. Although there is great flexibility in the use of exposure, the conventional format begins with the construction of a fear hierarchy. This involves working with the client to generate a list of feared activities.
The exposure session typically involves these activities: selecting initial exposures from the hierarchy that have a high likelihood of success for the client. For each exposure, laying out step-by-step goals. Rehearsing the exposure in session. Participating in and modeling initial exposures if needed. Asking the client to do the exposure, recording periodic SUDs ratings throughout the exercise, as well as thoughts, feelings, and actions they experienced. Repeating and reviewing exposures toward the goal of doing the exposure without undue anxiety.
Here's a vignette that shows an initial session where a client's fear hierarchy is being developed.
Okay, now using a 0 to 10 scale, let's start with situations at the high end of that range. These are the situations that you really don't like and may not even try because of panic. What's one of those highly feared situations?
Well, driving on the expressway. That is a 10. I haven't done that in years.
What about other situations that you fear a little less? You said you don't like to be stuck in places.
Yeah, I don't like waiting in line at a grocery store. If I have to do that too long, it makes me feel like I just have to get out of there.
Well, how would you rate that?
I guess that would be about a 4 or a 5.
Are there places you won't go because you might get stuck?
I do not go to the theater anymore. I used to go and sit by the door, but now I just don't go.
So sitting by the door was better than in the middle?
Yes.
Therapists working with panic disorder have also commonly used other approaches that may be part of an overall treatment plan. Examples include psychodynamic interventions exploring previous trauma, childhood abuse, or family situations, family or conjoint therapy to reinforce progress, enhancing motivation through stage of change interventions, and prescribing or referring for medication.